What's up guys, Paul here. Today we're going to take a look at the TDK Trek 360, which is the new line of speakers that TDK just released recently. Now this particular speaker can be purchased for $180 US and can be picked up from select stores. Now as you can see, the speaker looks a lot like a subwoofer with this squarish design that it has, and in reality it is really a subwoofer. It has a driver, a 15-watt driver that is facing downwards and is porting out every direction, and also on the back of the box here there is a bass reflex port increasing that bass effect. Now the only difference, what really makes this not only being a subwoofer, is the fact that there is 2-watt drivers, 4 2-watt drivers, one on each corner of the speaker. Now what TDK achieved with this is that this speaker is actually capable of producing 360-degree sound. So it doesn't matter where you are located to the speaker, you could be to the front, to the back, to the sides, it's exactly going to produce the same sound in every single direction. Since the speaker on the bottom ports out every direction and we have the 4 corner speakers, you're going to achieve 360-degree sound, which is pretty unique. There's really not many companies that do that. Most of the speakers that you can get nowadays are only forward-facing. The only other speaker that I've seen so far was the UE Boom from Logitech, but that's really not 360 degrees like this one is. Now there are certain features that I really like about the speaker, and the first one that I want to point out is the fact that you're going to be able to adjust your treble and bass for yourself. So this way, if you don't want too much bass, you can just turn it down. If you want more bass, turn it up. You can adjust your own treble. And it's really cool because this is not something that you see on many devices out there nowadays. I only seen this really on more expensive speakers, like for instance the Marshall, which is really not a portable device. Now like I said, this speaker is a portable speaker, so you can grab it and take it with you anywhere you go. It has a built-in rechargeable battery. Now I don't know what type of battery they used. I don't know if they used the metal hydride battery or if they used the lithium-ion battery. If you guys know some more information about that, please let us know, so this way we are aware of that as well. I could not find any information about that as of right now. Now on the back below the bass reflex port, we have this little window that is covered by this rubber flap, and this pretty much just looks almost the same as it did on the TDK 833, which I did the review on previously. And as you can see, this is here so that it just blocks the water out from these ports. Now if I pull this up here, you're going to be able to see we have the charger port. It's a 19-volt 2-amp charger port for the unit. So unfortunately it's not a USB chargeable device. You're going to need to use the power adapter that came with it. Next to it we have a USB port, but this is only here to give you charge out. So basically what this means is that if, let's say, you are having a portable device that you would otherwise need to have a separate charger for that charges from USB, well guess what, you can just plug it in here and this will charge the device for you as well. Next to that we have our auxiliary input. It's a 3.5mm mini jack input, so you'll be able to use devices on here that might not have Bluetooth connection, or if you just wish to plug your device in. And for last here we have a power on-off switch, so this will cut the power to the unit completely. Once this is plugged back in like this, it will not allow the water to go in. And like I said, the cool feature about this speaker is the fact that it's fully waterproof, or I should say weatherproof. I wouldn't drop it into water still, but if you have it out in the rain, you don't have to worry about water getting inside it, so you can continue partying even if you're outdoors and it starts to rain, or if you're by the pool and some water splashes on it, it will not be much of a problem. On the bottom of the speaker there's really nothing there other than the 4 rubber legs, and this is cool for the reason that, you know, since this being a subwoofer, there's a lot of resonation. I guess if it wouldn't be on these rubber legs, there might be a little bit too much resonation or too much rattling going on. On the top here we have the TDK logo, as you can see, as well as this handle, and I guess this handle is not only good for carrying the speaker around, but also if you're laying it flat, you can just put your device in there kind of like this, and so at least the device doesn't go very far from the unit. Now to power the unit on, what we're going to do is first you're going to have to take the switch in the back and flip it to the on position. Now once that's done, then what you have to do is you have to press on the knob in the front here, and it will turn the unit on. And as you can see, there are some LEDs that indicate the amount of volume that you're on at the moment, so you don't have to guess. This takes out the guesswork, and as you can see, it goes all the way up. And there's also a red LED below here that you don't see right now, so if the battery would go low, this will glow red, as well as when you're charging it, it glows red. Now there's the blue LED that lights up here once you're connected to your Bluetooth enabled device, and with this, the press of this button, you can switch between auxiliary input or the Bluetooth. Now when you want to adjust your bass or treble, all you have to do is press this button, and as you can see, it just cycles through either bass or treble. And then once you're there, you can adjust it with the knob, and as you can see, the LED gives you feedback on approximately where you are with your sound field adjustment. And that goes the same thing for the bass, so you can increase it or lower it. That's the speaker all the way around. Now let's test this out. I'm going to play some music through it, and I'm going to compare it to the Bose Soundlink Mini for this the sake of this video. And why I'm doing that, because the Bose Soundlink Mini is actually a more expensive speaker than this. It's $200 in the United States. Meanwhile, this is only 180 bucks. So when you're considering this is a $20 less speaker, so we're going to see how this stands up to the challenge against the Bose Soundlink Mini, and you guys can decide. Alright, so after testing the speaker out with the sound, and as you heard against the Bose Soundlink Mini, the TDK really did an excellent job. This speaker sounds truly amazing for its size. It has amazing amounts of bass. Even at lower volumes, you still hear the bass kicking, and it almost feels like you're listening to a speaker that's about 3 or 4 times bigger than what this really is. Now, one thing that I really didn't like about the speaker is the fact that when I was on Bluetooth connection, the Bluetooth connection kept dropping, and I had to turn the power switch off on the back of the speaker and then turn it back on for me to re-establish that connection. Because even though it was still telling me that I was connected to the speaker, no sound was coming out. So I don't know if that's an issue or whatever the reason for that is. It might be something that could be fixed with a firmware upgrade in the future, or it might be a defective unit. I don't know. Another thing is also when I was changing tracks on my device, it kind of like almost sounded like it skipped. So every time I went to the next track, the next song started playing, but still it had a little bit almost like the first song I wanted to play. Otherwise, I think the TDK is really a great little speaker. If you have a chance to pick one up, I definitely suggest you should try it out. I really believe this is one of the better portable speakers out there that you can get right now for the money. For $180, it's much better than a lot more expensive speakers out there. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, please let me know and I'll try to answer it back as soon as I can. I'll see you guys next time.